Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel, or welcome to my channel. Today I'm going to be doing this look using the Scott Barnes Color Bomb and Jeffree Star's Blue Blood palette to celebrate the year 2020's color of the year, which is classic blue, which is supposed to remind you of a night sky. So I think this look kind of nailed it perfectly as far as that description. I hope you would agree. Leave a comment below, let me know. Either way, but let's dive into this look. Okay, so for today's video, I'm going to start without my foundation, as I'm going to be using very glittery colors and there can be some transference. And I do this when I do glittery colors almost every day because of any fallout. I can cover it up with foundation versus trying to get it off my foundation. So I've already primed my eyes with my Too Faced glitter glue from, Too Faced. I said Too Faced glitter glue. You can get this at Ulta or Sephora, wherever they sell Too Faced, even online. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to start with my Jeffree Star. I know to use this all. JS5. It's just a very synthetic, like fluffy, kind of stiff brush. And today I'm going to be going in with the Scott Barnes, and this is the Colorful palette. And the shade I'm going to start with is this Koi right here. I just got this and I'm super excited. And so I'm going to just pack that on like so, tap off any excess and start kind of light. And I'm going to build that up on that brow bone. And the reason I'm doing blue, one, I'm wearing blue, but the 2020 color Pantone has decided is a classic blue. And so since we're starting 2020, I decided I would do the color of the year. So just pack that on that brow bone like so. Such a pretty color. Just really light blue. Okay. So then I'm just going to take my little scrubber thing here and I'm going to clean off my brushes so that the next time I go to use it, before I clean them, I will have somewhat clean brushes. Sorry, I almost threw something on the ground there. And so I'm going to take my other Jeffree Star Morphe. This is the JS8. I use this one a lot. I use it on a pink color. This one is also fluffy. The bristles are a bit softer. So with that, I'm going to go in with Jeffree Star's Blue Blood, and I'm actually going to go in with the color Blue Blood right there. And just pack that on like so, and then tap off excess and just point my brush up and really build that so it's just a little bit darker than that Koi color from Scott Barnes. And then we're just doing some transition from one shade to the next. So just lightly fluff that on. If you do New Year's resolutions or have goals, vision boards and things like that that you do for each new year, I want you to comment down below. Let me know what they are, because I haven't really done resolutions or goal boards for every year, and I've thought about starting. You know, never too late to start. So what I'm going to do next is I'm going to take the, sorry, I was looking at the, I'm like, is it in this one? No, it's not. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the Jeffree Star Morphe JS12. It's a little tapered brush, it's soft. And I'm going to go in with this Blue Monday right there. And just tap, 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 tap. Kind of build a little bit of that product on there. Tap off any excess. And I'm going to point this up right here on my crease line. and just gentle, light windshield wiper strokes. Maybe get a little bit more when I get to that rounded edge, and then drag this over and into the corner area. So I'm going to take my big fluffy brush that I just used, and I'm going to go back in with that blue blood palette, and I'm going to brush on the side of it and just really blend that in. So you see how it just kind of gradually goes from like a lighter blue to a little bit darker blue, and then to this Blue Monday blue, which is just a little bit darker. So I'm just gonna lightly darken up that inner corner there. And then we're gonna move over to the other eye. And again, just light, get my hair out of my face, and light strokes, like so. And do light windshield wiper motions. And just drag that over. So this isn't as blended as the other side over here. I'm going to darken that up just a little bit, but I'm going to go back in with that fluffy brush and take that blue blood and blend it more into that blue blood into the Blue Monday. There we go. Tongue tie. Blue, blue, blue. Like so. And then I'm just going to take this and do a little bit on that outer corner where I feel like it's lighter, and a little bit on that inner. I feel like it faded more than I wanted it to. So I still want to have that gradient color. And then if I feel like I did a little too much, I'll just take that blue blood and do a line above the Blue Monday. There we go. Now I'm not so tongue-tied. Okay. So, sorry, I gotta work with my space here. I'm gonna clean off those brushes, and then what I'm going to do is I've got this little short, this is a Jaclyn Hill Morphe. This is the JH41. And from the Scott Barnes palette, I'm going to take this shimmery blue up here, which is called First Class. And I'm going to pick that up with this. Tap off any excess, get it right there on the tip. And that I'm going to put right in the middle. And drag it over to this outer edge, like so. And same thing over on this other side. And kind of start in the middle and drag it over. And we're gonna build off of this. But yeah, I have friends that do vision boards and stuff like that, and they look super cool. Like, I think, wow, you know, but I've never done one myself. So I'd like to know what your guys' thoughts are on that. So now I'm going to go in with the Morphe Jaclyn Hill JH37. It is a flat, very flat ended brush. And I'm going to take that Mediterranean color. It's kind of like an aqua blue. And pack that on the end, tap off any excess. And over here in the corner, I'm going to darken this up a little bit. And you hear my puppies probably because someone's coming through the garage. They like to bark and greet them. I don't know if you guys have little dogs, but little dogs seem to love to bark and greet you. Big dogs seem to just kind of sit by the door. And little dogs like to bark and greet you. So I'm just kind of like being a little bit messy with this outer corner, like so. Okay, so now I'm going to go in with my Sephora Pro. This is the number 13, and it's a very flat, have very little working surface here. So excuse me because I almost dropped things. I'm going to take that Ocean Ice, which is that real shimmery blue right there. And this is the one that has fallout the most because it's very glittery. So pack it on there, tap off any excess, and I am going to press this right in front and over the other color, the Mediterranean, no, First Class. It'll deepen, the First Class color will deepen this blue a little bit. So that's what I wanted. So again, pack it on, tap it off, and just pat. That helps reduce some of the fallout. And lordy, this thing will fall out. Kind of working between both eyes just to make sure I have good coverage. Like so. Okay, so I'm going to clean that off. And then this is an older Morphe, I think it's concealer brush actually, but I use it for my shadows. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to take, I can't decide, Silver Promiscuous or the Glam Rock. Sorry. I think I'm going to do Glam Rock because Promiscuous is kind of the silver. And I want this white. So I'm going to do Glam Rock, which is this white color right there. And I'm going to pack it on and then just tap off that excess. And again, pat and pack it on in that inner corner. Yeah, I think if I'd done the silver, it would be too dark. And you can always build. So just keep packing on until you get the desired. And I'm going to swoop it up just a little bit so it blends. See how it goes up into this corner there? I hope you can see anyway. That's the whole point, right? And then just move on to the other eye over here. Like so. Ta-da! Okay, I'm going to go ahead and move on and put my foundation on, and when I'm done, I'll come back and we'll talk about the remainder of the look and what I've done and things like that. So hang tight and I'll be right back after I get this face on. Okay, so I've got my foundation on. I just got to touch up a little bit of hair on my hairline because I got a little excessive with the bronzer. So I'm going to use my fluff brush that I put my powder on with and kind of blend that out a little bit. So, sorry, that's noisy probably for you guys because I have a little thing that I keep all my brushes in. It makes it easy for me to grab them. Okay, so we're gonna do the under eye now, and I'm gonna take that same koi color, and this time what I'm going to do is use, this is the Jaclyn Hill Morphe JH40, and it's a very fluffy brush. You've probably seen it many times in some of my videos, and I'm gonna take that koi color, that very first color from Scott Barnes, put it all on there, and then I'm gonna drag it along those lower lashes, like so. And you can probably hear the lawnmower because mowing the lawn back there, and so it's gotten a little noisy since I started putting on my foundation because That's how my house is always noisy. I have kids and 2 dogs and a husband, and my kids are teenagers, so the door is constantly opening and closing. Some of you guys, I'm sure, can relate to that. And sometimes the door opens and never closes. And so, yeah, my daughter turns 16 here really soon, and she cannot wait to drive. So next I'm going to go in with the Morphe JH39. It's a very small brush, and I'm going to take that Blue Blood from the Jeffree Star Blue Blood palette. So that one again right there, pack it on to the tip there, tap off a little bit of that excess, and again drag that along those lower lash line, and I'm going to go all the way over. Tap off and really go in there. It just darkens up that koi color. That koi color, what I'm going to do is I'm going to apply that a little bit lower because I've covered a lot of it up and I want it to have that gradient. So what I'm going to do is go a little bit below that Blue Blood color and drag it over like so. Doesn't change a lot, but just a little bit. That's all I need. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go in with the Morphe. This is an M508. It's a smudging brush. It's very tiny. And I'm going to take that Blue Monday, that blue right there. And I'm going to pick that up, tap off excess, really pack it on there. And I'm going to go right along those lash lines all the way from that outer corner about a little more than half. So it kind of starts to fade off. You can see that. Maybe I should get a little closer. I'm sitting in my granny chair, as everyone calls it, because it's a really old chair. But I love it. And go right along that lash line and drag it over. Let me see if I pack it onto that outer corner and over. Okay. Once I'm done with that, I'm going to go in with my Morphe 435, M435, and it is a straight liner brush. At least I think that's what it's called. But I'm going to go in with that Mediterranean color from the Scott Barnes palette, which is that darker teal color right there. Pack that on, tap off excess, and then right on that outer corner there, just short little burst, like so, just to darken it up. And what I often do is I will turn the brush this way and then just because I do my foundation, sometimes I take off a little much and I go right along that crease line and kind of pull in and darken up that outer corner. So see how that looks versus this. It really pulls it together, pulls the eye together. So again, just go right along that lower lash line there. Darken it just a little more on this side. Oops. Tap off the excess, and then again just turn that brush and really get it into that outer corner, pulling it in like so. Ta-da! Okay, so today I'm going to decide to talk about the liner and lashes and things like that I use, because I get a lot of questions sometimes from friends, people that I work with and everything, about what lashes I use, what liner, what's the best. So I use the long wear gel eyeliner from Bobbi Brown, and it's a gel pot, and I use the Sigma winged liner. It's E06, and I bought several of these at Dillard's. So just pack that on pretty good. I don't know if you can see that. So I start right here in the middle of the eye, and I will do short little strokes, get more if I need to, if I feel like it's a little dry, which I do, and just kind of start to build over that way. And then I turn the brush so that the angle is going this way and keep going with the line. I'll get more on there and just lightly build those little strokes. It takes a little bit of patience to not just swipe it, and just kind of gingerly swipe over. So again, just go from that middle corner over and then turn it around and go back. And then just gently glide that over. And you could have some fallout like that or some other little glitter, especially when you're using glitter for shadow. So that's why I say the short little motions to try and tone down on any of that fallout. Okay, so I'm gonna clean my brush off real good because it gets a little gross. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to go in with my blacker, which is a Marc Jacobs highlighter gel eye crayon, and it's just black. And I lift this lid just a little bit and I glide my liner on that upper, so it really darkens the eye. See how I don't know if you can see the difference in the video here, but it really darkens up, and it helps when you're doing false lashes so that you don't see that skin from that upper eyelid or lash line. So just go along like that. And because I'm doing this deep blue kind of mystic color here, I'm going to go ahead and line the bottom with the black as well. So just gently drop that lower lid down and kind of coat that waterline like so. And if you can do it without and not touch your eyeball and make it all weird, I'm sorry if this grosses anyone else out that can't. My husband's such a baby when it comes to putting eye drops in his eyes. He's like, ooh, like you're taking a blowtorch to it instead of eye drops. All right, so I don't know what lash curler this is. I think I got it free when I ordered some lashes at some point, but I'm going to use that and my NARS Climax mascara. And I'm going to gingerly kind of, because my eyelashes stick straight out. That's a little bit of a problem when your eyelashes that you're wearing go out and up. So I try to get it close and just curl those quickly. And then we'll move on to the other eye. And when I come back, we'll do lashes. I probably show you from start to finish how I do my lashes. So this is a brand new pair that I got with my Scott Barnes palettes. I wanted to try these. So it was J-Lo's favorite, and I was like, I won't look like J-Lo, but let's try it. You know how you just kind of do that? You're like, oh, it's J-Lo's favorite. Oh, I gotta try that. Not like I will look anything like J-Lo, but so they come in the package here. They're attached. There's a little bit of extra. So I'm going to grab a hold of that edge and peel gingerly because you don't want to rip them. So they have the excess edge here. Ooh, that's right. Hopefully you can see those excess edges. So I just take a pair of scissors and I cut that off so that it'll end and we won't have any, like so. Then usually the tacky glue that keeps it on the plastic container, I just kind of take my fingernails and rub that off or peel it off. Sometimes a better quality of lashes, the easier that stuff comes off. Just food for fact. And then what I do always with, you'll want to measure to make sure that it's going to fit your eye, but most lashes, I don't have to cut much off. So that's just something I've learned from wearing them. So then I basically take the lash and I wiggle it. Literally little tiny pinches because the band is very stiff and your eye is not that stiff. So I try to, with new lashes, just maneuver them a little bit to soften them up. Okay, so that's one lash down. And then we'll skip ahead. So same thing, you can either peel off if it makes it easier to grab a hold of that sticky stuff, but a lot of time that extra excess is there with the sticky, so you'll end up cutting a lot of it off. So it kind of saves you a little bit of time. So once I do that, again, I'm just going to take the lashes, give them a good, sometimes they go like a little bit, and it's not like super, it looks like I'm doing it super rough, I guess, but I'm really not. I'm just gingerly taking the lashes. Okay, so I didn't tell you what style these are. These are Bella lashes. And then I take the House of Lashes glue. I do the white. They also have it in black. You can usually get this online at House of Lashes for a decent price. Sephora does carry it sometimes. Okay. So then I just take the glue. I like this one because it's a wand, so it's very controllable. And I do a light, see if you can get that to focus a little more. There we go. And just a light line, depending on if I think I'm going to cry a lot or something. If that's the case, then I'll put a little bit heavier of a line on there. But I just dip it in, try not to get too much on the wand, roughly like that. And then just do little strokes across the top of the lash, making sure to dot those outer and inner corners, because those are where your tear ducts tend to want to water and they want to detach. So while I'm waiting on that glue to dry, I'm just going to put on my Morphe. This is Midnight Kiss. This was part of their holiday collection with their 39L palette, and I thought this gloss is really pretty. So I'm going to gently glide that over my lips while I wait. Duck face. I can't even do duck face. My kids make fun of me because I'll like try to floss and I cannot. I don't know what I do wrong. I think I'm doing it right, but I cannot apparently. So if you can floss, tell me down below, because it's definitely something I cannot do apparently. Ask my teenagers, they just laugh. Mom, that's not how you do it. Okay. So I'm going to show you. The glue is drying. It looks about like this right now. So it's pretty close to being ready to apply. You don't want it to be completely dry. You don't want it to be completely wet. So this one's kind of progressing a little bit further. So I'm going to go ahead and attach this one. So what I do is I close my eye and I generally try to run along my lashes. I will usually attach this outer corner here. Hopefully you can see that. Oh, I'm sticking myself. And then I will take the inner corner and try to latch it down and then press in on the middle section, like so. All right, so by the time you get done with one, then the other one is definitely ready. So I'm just going to do that with the same over here. Close my eye, guide it along that lash line, attach it on that outer corner, bring it over and attach it into the inner. So by basically softening that band, it helps it guide along your eye shape versus sticking straight out. And just gently press that lid into the lash, like so. Okay, and vavoom, these are definitely J-Lo lashes. Go big or go home. I love it. So Scott Barnes does make this, sorry, I'm gonna have to reach to get it out. He makes this mascara that's called Pumped Up, I thought it was Pump It Up. Pump it up, pump it up. That's how old I am. Pumped Up, and it is great for lashes and adhering your lashes to the false one. So I'm going to do that especially on these, because even though I did curl them and do mascara, my lashes still want to go a little straight. So I'm going to put a little bit on there, and then I'm going to press and kind of glide so that they stick to the false lashes. Clean off my hand a little bit as I got mascara on there, because otherwise I'm going to touch myself somewhere and voila, we'll have black on our face. Who's done that? And so I'm just going to gently put a little bit of mascara on the bottom side so that helps adhere my lashes to these Bella false lashes. But my goodness, they are gorgeous. Woo! I love it. Okay, so I'll recap just quickly. We use the Jeffree Star Blue Blood palette and the Scott Barnes Colorful palette. Color Bomb is the palette name. And to create this look, which is Pantone's Color of the Year, which is blue. And then we used Scott Barnes Bella lashes, and to create this look, if you want to know, the lipstick is Blankety by MAC, and the lip liner was Barely There, or Barely Nude, Barely something. And then the lip gloss is this Midnight Kiss from Morphe. And if you have any comments or questions, go ahead and put that below. Make sure that you like and subscribe. Subscribe to see more of me. Bye.